Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply. This video is to bring you a closer look at the Pemko number S771-BL. This is adhesive, Astragal, or meeting style seal. Okay. This is what the package looks like. It's available in several different lengths as a roll. It'll be available as a 7-foot length. It'll be available as an 8-foot length, 10-foot length as well, and 9-foot. So 7-foot, 8, 9, and 10-foot lengths is what this is available for. And as a result, it's not really available as a 17-foot roll because it's not intended to do a door. It's for Astragal applications or meeting style applications. Now, certainly, I've sold this to folks who have used it for a variety of applications: sealing a window, sealing anything drafty, using it in an application to augment existing weather stripping. And the truth of the matter is, the material is inexpensive, very easy to install. Okay, requires no special tools, effective, things of that nature. So people have used it beyond what it's been used for. I've got a little piece of it, the bag cut open here, so we can take a look at this. It is a T-shape, and that is what this is. Silicone with a self-adhesive backing on it. Okay, and being silicone means that it will have a very wide range of temperature performance capabilities, very much below zero, significantly above boiling point for that matter. Any sort of door application, this would be very appropriate. There is an image below this video showing the important aspects of the item. 7/16 is the width on the backer. It has a total projection of 930 seconds. So, just heavy on a 1/4 inch. That's without the tape. This is showing it closer to 15/16. So when you remove that little tape backer there, it'll be right at 930 seconds. Available in a clear finish, a dark bronze finish, a gray finish, a white finish, and of course the BL, which stands for black. There is a link below this video to some documents. First of all, installation instructions, and those are included in the back. We're going to go over that in a moment. There is also a link called All About Adhesive Gasketing. It's really encompassed that data in the installation instructions, but because of the crucial nature of understanding the properties of the adhesive and how to install it, I think we're being told this is really important for you to understand it. Now, I've installed this material several times in the last week, it seems, and have learned a few things about installing it. So let's go over the installation instructions. So your installation instructions, and I'll go through it and then interject my opinion. Pre-cut the material equal to the height of the door. Yes, you're going to want to measure and trim the material to the exact size that you'll end up needing prior to proceeding. You don't want it too long because it hanging off will be a point of failure. Too short will render it less effective. You've got a long length. This is 7 foot. You might have to trim that. This is actually 8 foot, but you might have to trim it down to say 95 and a 1/4 inch. Step 2 in the installation instructions, which is on page 2 at the second lower half, remove approximately 24 inch of backing from the adhesive gasketing strip. Be careful not to touch the adhesive or drag the adhesive on the ground. Here's what that means. Peel this paper away. They're saying 24 inch. And don't touch it on anything until you put it in place. Now, I find working with a much shorter length is beneficial. First of all, when you've got a long length, you have a tendency to pull it taut. That's no good. You're going to have a failure because the silicone will want to resume its natural position. It's not elastic, but if you pull it, it'll want to come back to where it needs to be. That'll be a point of failure. You'll come back to the job site the next day and see that you've got a problem. When peeling away less length, you have less tendency to pull that taut. When you peel away less, you have less of a unintended situation where you bump it onto the door or whatever you're applying it to. So that's just my opinion. Plus, when I've got a shorter length, I can get it straighter. I feel like I can control it better. That's just my experience. Step 3, position the adhesive gasketing as illustrated on the lower left. Do not stretch the material. The use of a hand roller is highly recommended. So lower left, in a door where you've got a situation you want to be able to accomplish that fold over amount that you're going to see there. Being silicone, it's going to be durable but have a very low closing force. It will come down to a very small dimension. It will require a very small amount or normal amount of gap with an 1/8 of an inch designed gap between doors, which is very typical. This will still work. Okay. Double acting door. Okay, so doors that are double acting. You've got a pair of single acting doors, and you can see how they kick that towards the inside, assuming that you have a beveled door where you're going to be closer to 3/16 of an inch gap over there. Okay. So those diagrams certainly help you determine where the actual placement. Double acting door will go in the center. Single acting, it should be cheated towards the push side of the opening, or the small side of the bevel situation. I've never used a hand roller. I'm not sure I like that idea. I don't know that even rolling it, even the diameter of a small roller, I don't want to stretch that out because I've had it fail on me. Just good 10 pounds of pressure against the door is how I've always done it. Remove the next 24 inch of paper backing and repeat until the entire length is installed. If a pre-cut length is too long, stretching has occurred. So that's your tip. If you cut this to length and you've got a 1/2 of an inch left over, that's a problem. Immediately pull it off the door and reset it. Immediately. Don't wait. Don't hope it's going to work. It'll fail. You've got a little bit of tolerance in terms of the adhesive of popping it off and pushing it back on, but act immediately. Once installed, apply firm pressure along the entire surface of the door, of the product to the door to ensure proper adhesion. They say to the frame. This material is really for pairs of doors. But again, I've had people install this in a lot of different applications, on the face of a stop, anywhere, because it's so simple and easy to install, and it's inexpensive. Now, moving forward, there's something actually quite crucial to mention. You may have noticed in the back of the package there was something that seemed extraneous to the weather stripping. That was this other material that's here. Okay. First of all, this is a label that can be applied to an opening. When compliance with smoke or draft control is required, okay, this material is fire rated, smoke seal rated, etc. So should you have an opening that requires these seals to maintain your smoke or draft or fire rating, there's that, it's a decal. You'll be able to apply it to the frame and point out to the inspector that the material is compliant. But there is also a packet here called the frame cleaner, and think of it as a wet nap. It is so crucial that the surface that you apply the material down to is clean, utterly free of dust and debris. If it's been painted, the paint must be thoroughly cured, like at least a week. Any sort of particulate that's on the surface is going to cause a point of failure, even worse so than pulling or stretching the material. You'll come the next day and you'll have major failure of the installation, and there's really nothing that can be done. Even if you're installing it and you think you've got it really clean, the last step will be that alcohol pad to get that surface utterly free of debris and make sure it's, of course, dry. That's crucial. Pemko is a comprehensive manufacturer of adhesive gasketing, teardrop shaped, fin shaped, batwing shaped, etc. Silicone, like this material. Okay, it's not only that material, of course, it's thresholds. It's perimeter gasketing, it's door sweeps, material made of aluminum, stainless steel, architectural bronze, in both the commercial end and the residential end. If you have any questions on the Pemko S771 or S771-BL self-adhesive Astragal or meeting style adhesive gasketing or any other Pemko product, please feel free to reach out to us.